Hi people, welcome back to another video this afternoon tonight. John Sinclair TV back again, and this afternoon I'm going to do the transfer update. And if you like the video, like what you see, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and just came off Macy's channel. I'm doing the Champions League roundup, so do check out our channel for that as well. And yeah, just thought I'd do this afternoon just to keep going because obviously we haven't got a game today, so. We've got talk about two players we've been linked with. One of them's Victor Osimhen, and the other one is going to be Darwin Nunez as well. So it's not the first time being linked with them, but their name keeps coming up. And there's a few people. One of them I have to delete off because he's saying that don't make a lot of stories. So I'm not making stories. This has to be speak about it. At the end of the day, we have to talk about it because these players have been linked to Newcastle United. And it's going to be a lot worse than this in the summer. So we should see what happens on that. But without further ado, before I go into the comments, I'm going to start with Victor Osimhen from Napoli. I spoke to him about it before a couple of months ago. And basically, again, it's been linked with Newcastle United. And he plays for Napoli. And he's joined them in 2020, which is nearly 2 years ago, 2 seasons now. And he used to play for Lille. For one season between 2019 and 2020. I mean, his goal scoring record has been absolutely fantastic. He scored 13 goals in 27 in his early season at Lille with the French club. And that ties Napoli to fork out 50 million quid to sign him up on a 5-year contract. And since being in Napoli, he scored 19 goals in 43 appearances, and Napoli rate him very, very highly. Now, apparently, according to reports in Italy and reports in Nigeria as well, that Newcastle's going to make a large offer for this guy. And he's been on rich scoring form. Okay, he had a couple months out because he had a facial injury, but he's still banging in the goals. And what I like about this guy is movement and his speed is absolutely a feature to Victor's game. And he's only 23 and it's a young striker. And I'll tell you what, I mean, if you're going to look for a striker, with those sort of record, I'd definitely take him because he's built for the Premier League. I think he's Premier League ready. And his football idol is Didier Drogba. And he wants to be like him. Could be a Nigerian Drogba. But the goals he scored for Napoli this season has been fantastic. The 2 goals he scored against Leicester City in the Europa League. That's absolutely incredible. I think this guy will go a long, long way. I really do. And the price is going to be around about 80 million quid. I mean, Napoli wants 100 million euros, but I think 80 million could be enough to entice him away or price him away for Napoli. And for me personally, 80 million, we're the richest club in the world. I think it's a cracking investment for this guy because I like him. What are you going to get from him? You're going to get movement, like I said, pace, movement, skill. You're going to get physicality as well. And he's not easy to knock off the ball as well. He'll trap back. He will just make things difficult for you as well. He'll be breathing down your necks as well, especially in defense. And I'll tell you what, it is so exciting to watch. And I watch this guy quite a lot for Napoli. And I think he's absolutely decent. Great player. And would you take Victor Osimhen for Napoli for that price? I say yes, I would, because it's realistic and I quite like him. I think he's a decent player. So I'm going to come for the comments as well before we go on to the next one. Yeah, big up to you, Tom. Afternoon, when Wilson back, do you expect him to play Wilson and Wood up front in a 4-4-2? Well, Eddie Howe has always made it clear 4-3-3 is not going to be his formation next season. So I think he'll probably change it up when Callum Wilson comes back from injury. I think those two partnerships could work. But I just don't rate Chris Wood. I just don't think he's good enough for Newcastle United. I really don't. And it's a shame because I want to do well. I'm going to go at him, but I just don't think he's suited for Newcastle United. I really, really don't. And I tell you what you make of that, people, about Chris Wood. I'm going to try comment later on, but I just don't think he's suited for Newcastle United. I really don't. Because we play football on the deck, and he's just a target man. So, but going back to Victor Osimhen as well, I mean, like I said, we're the richest club in the world. We can afford that price tag, 110%. And I think it'd be decent. I think it'd be really decent, by the way. And like I said, if you leave your comments in there and tell us what you think of this guy, then just let us know. And then go on to Harry as well. Bigger to Harry. 2 comments. I'd rather go for a striker such as Gabriel Jesus and Luis Suarez. Someone who has plenty experience and knows how to find the back of the net straight away without having to get used to the Premier League. That's a fair shout. That's a fair shout. But there are some decent strikers came. He never played Premier League before. That's done really well. Thoughts on ASM comments aim towards the critics and how easily they forget how well he played. I'm going to talk about ASM tomorrow, by the way. I'm going to do like a content of ASM. Please join us for that. I've plenty to say about that. I'll go to the phone in as well and check him out as well. And if you've got something to say about ASM, leave it in the comments. I'll do a content tomorrow. Come and have your say. I spoke to Jason, and if I can do that, if it's okay, and he says it's cool, that's absolutely fine. And I got big up to Ian. You would take Martinelli injured again. Always something wrong with him at such a young age. And bet Darwin, take Darwin definitely. I'll come to him in a minute, mate. I'll 100% come to him in a second. Listen, I think Martinelli, I rate him highly. I really do rate him highly. And I'll take him all day long. I know people's going to say, oh, John, what are you on about? Oh, he's a damn good player. Skillful. And he's going to be better. He's going to get better and better and better, that kid. And big up to Truls. Hope you care. I'm fine, mate. Hope you care too. Big up to Jesue as well. Big up to Jesue. Just go through this well. Great for Napoli just now, and big goal for Osimhen. Wow, he's on the score sheet again, isn't he? Wow, I tell you what. I mean, if you're after him, go and get this guy. We need a centre forward in the summer, 110%, because Chris Wood is not the answer. He is not good enough. Nunez or Osimhen, obviously, either will be great, in my opinion. I totally agree. If you can get them both, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, I know Fox in the hoots again. Back in talking about Jonathan David. Big up to Jesse here, by the way. Hope you are. Genuine question. How soon should we take transfer rumours outside the transfer window? Rumours even during the window are often unsustained. Do you know what it is, Jesse, right? They're still talking about it now. Okay, you can either believe it or you don't, right? But at the end of the day, right, we got to talk about it, yeah? Because coming to April, right? You can still sign players now, but not until the new season, in my opinion. Yeah, but how weird. But you can still look at them. I truly believe Van Kessie is going to Barcelona from Milan in the summer, so they agree a fee signing for that, and they can still do it. Yeah, but you just can't bring the plane until the 1st of July. But we're going to be linked to plenty of players coming through. And I looked at one of them mail online today, which I'm going to speak about in a minute, which I cannot believe what I'm flipping hearing. Yeah, but we got to talk about it. It's as simple as that. I mean, Pulisic was agreed a fee with Chelsea from Dortmund back in March, April, a couple of years ago. And it works. Can we get both? Of course you can. And big up to Foxy, by the way. I'll be happy as long as it don't go over to Jonathan David. Shh. I might be in the chat, you know. Let's move swiftly on. And awful shout, in my opinion. Suarez is close to retirement now. Will be a step back. Suarez, 5 to 10 years ago, is great, but not 2022 Suarez. He's not even the first team at Atletico Madrid. Listen, at the end of the day, I think his time is done. No disrespect to Luis, but I think his time is done. He's 34, coming on 35. I just don't think he's going to cope with the Premier League now. He's just too old, and that is a sorry state, and that's a sorry thing to say. But I've got to be truthful with that. Big up to Majestic. Hope you're okay. Afternoon, John. We'd still love to sign us Ekitike. Look, we're going to be okay in the Premier League this season if we win 1 or 2 more games. And then if you go back to him again, then he may have come. But my honestly feeling is I think it's going to stay in France. And I think he'll end up going to PSG as Mbappe's replacement. I've got a funny feeling of that. So keep your eyes open for that. I think he'll go to PSG as Mbappe's replacement. Yes, people. So that's what I'm getting. And that's, I think, is what's going to helping any time because, listen, the kid's only 19 years old and he's made it clear that if he went to another country, would he be a first teamer? The answer to that one's probably not. And it's a shame because he's got the talent, he's got the skill. I think he's a damn good young player. But we have to wait and see what happens in the summer. He might change his mind. He might be advised not ready to move abroad yet. Stay in France, be a French international with PSG, and then hey ho, I think that'd be a good move for the kid. But would I take Ekitike? I'll say yes, but he ended up going to PSG, in my opinion. That's only my word. So, side to you. Big up to you, Truls, again. And I appreciate your response, John. Thank you very much. Cheers for it. You answer any questions you want to ask us, mate, you do that. You carry on. And it's great to have you in the chat as well. Yes, John, let's get them both and win the other teams in the league. And I really think we would have it if we had both. Do you know what? It'd be a signal, it'd be a statement, an absolute signal statement. Pardon me. It's a statement of intent if we can get those two players through the door. I love them both to come to Newcastle. Competition. And big up to Matty. Big up to you, Matt. Listen, you're never too late, mate. Never too late, mate. But big up to you, my guy. Hope you're okay. Someone late. Just finishing the household before the wife gets home from work. Good lad. In my opinion, I take Darwin. Actually, look more complete at the minute. Yeah, I think he's a damn good player. I'd take him all day long. And either those two I'd take. And I'll tell you what, just pay the money. If you're a striker, they do come at a price. Benfica are not the easiest people to deal with, yeah? They bought Diaz, Man City bought Diaz for 60-odd million quid. Let's be honest. And it's not an easy thing to do. They set us the price tag, and if you don't do it, off you go. They don't want to talk to the ass again, do you know what I mean? But listen, I think it'd be fantastic for Newcastle United all day long. I really would. But if Napoli don't want to sell him, go swiftly on to Nunez, by the way. Either those two would be great. Jonathan David and Darwin, that would be our attack sorted for years. That's a Matthew. I'm not sure about Jonathan David. He's not been scoring goals in a minute. Good afternoon, John. Big up to Andrew. Will be okay, my guy. Jonathan David, take us back to the championship. He always scores versus Honduras or Panama or Clermont. Well, Jonathan David, I take Craig David at the theatre at the moment in time. I mean, a goal in 11. Wow. Very, very tough there. Like, you know what? And they ask him for 50 million quid. I tell you, I'd be 50 million wasted at the moment, yeah, for what I've heard from him. Comment Ipswich, keep the slim playoff hopes alive. Let's hope. I mean, Ipswich in League One should never be there. Never be there. Because Ipswich are a big club. And I don't know what's going on there. I mean, Paul Cook took over them in the summer and it hasn't quite worked out, and it hasn't worked out. It's that bad, he ended up going to Chesterfield as manager, let's be real. But it is what it is. And he brought all these players in, trying to be like Ligue 1 Galactical. Hasn't worked out. Fans going on his back. So there you go. And it's tough in the world, isn't it, in League One? Just like Sunderland. But I'd say for 80 million quid for Victor Osimhen, would you take him? I mean, his goal scoring record's been absolutely fantastic over the years. Happy days. We're going to go straight on to Darwin Nunez from Benfica, people. Yeah, the guy's 22 years old. He's a Uruguayan international, right? He's 6'2", and he plays number 9 for Benfica. And he joined them from Spanish second division club Almeria, and 2019-2020, he scored 16 goals in 30 games for the Spanish second division outfit, who is destined to be promoted back in La Liga. And he's had a good season there. So Benfica coming for him and shelled out a Portuguese record, which I believe to be about 24 million euros, around 20 million quid on a 5-year contract. So this guy, in his productive season, has been absolutely outstanding. He really has. I think he's been brilliant for them. He has scored 26 scores in 51 appearances this season. The Uruguayan's been absolutely fantastic for him. He's quick, he's strong, and he's very, very skillful. Yeah. And he's, like I said, he's only 22 years old. and it's just going to get better and better and better. And he's already in the Uruguayan squad. He scored 2 goals in 8 games, and he hasn't been that bad in the national stage. And his price is going to be around, well, West Ham United offered something like 40 million. They wanted 50 or 60 at a time. And now his valuation is just going up and up and up every single time. Now, Benfica wants 80 million euros. And they, I think 60 million probably be enough. Like I said earlier, you are by centre forward, they're at a premium. And this guy is at a premium. Simple as that. And let's hope that if we do get someone in the summer, let's hope they're better than Chris Wood, Because I tell you what, I mean, I try to support Chris Wood the best I can, but he is just simply not good enough for Newcastle United. I'm sorry, but he is not. And 1 goal in 10 games since he's joined us has been absolutely shocking, yeah? And this guy, Nunez, is going to be brilliant. And I'll go through the more comments as well, by the way. It would be more interesting in the summer seed prices as the pound so much stronger than the euros at the minute. Very interesting. And it's World Cup year as well. And big up to you, Gary V. Hope you're okay. Everyone keeps saying Jonathan David isn't scoring goals. The lad's still like 20 years old. See what Fox has got to say about that. Then we set in team, John. Would like them to get there at expense at Sunderland. Absolutely. And then that beats Sunderland. Big up to you. Big up to you. This is the thing, right? I mean, Sunderland's been there for 4 seasons now, and he still can't get out. I think that for a club that size in League One, it's an absolute disgrace. I mean, I don't know what's going on there, but one thing I'm going to say, right? I just don't think that club is ready yet. They're not ready for Premier League football, and it's hilarious, really, because they're not spending much money, right? The players they've got that aren't good enough. And it's just absolutely ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous going on. It's a madness, an absolute madness. And these are the fans, who were laughing when we got relegated. Not once, but twice. Yeah? Who's laughing now? We're the richest club in the world, Sunderland. Yeah? So we'll see about that. And big up to you, Jake. Hope you're okay, mate. Do subscribe to my channel if you can, Jake. That'd be fantastic. Thank you so much indeed. And going back to Darwin Nunez as well, I mean, this guy has been absolutely brilliant. I mean, our season. Yeah, he scored the other night against Ajax and to put his team in the quarterfinals in the Champions League against Liverpool. So I'll be keeping a close eye on this guy when he does play against Liverpool. He is right-footed and he possesses an athletic freedom, excellent acceleration, sprint and speed. He's very quick. His explosive charge, change of pace, being capable of creating an immediate separation. He is so aware as well, and he scans space, makes decisions when moving related to the ball, space, teammates, and opponents. He may not be, he's a disputed striker with dynamic range and mobility that can carry counter attack. So if he's playing counter attack football, he is absolutely fantastic. He really, really is. And he generates shots from further situations. This guy is brilliant, absolutely fantastic. And also he's being used as a left winger as well. But if he's right-footed, why play him on the left? I just don't get it. But hey ho, I think it'd be brilliant. I mean, for around about 80 million euros, about 60 million quid, I think that's very good business there. Now we've got to be ambitious now. We've got to be ambitious and just get this guy through the door. And big up to Dave Clark. I hope you're okay, Dave. I'm good, man. I'm great. And I hope you're okay too. And we've got Matty as well. I'd love to see us being Jude Bellingham from Borussia Dortmund. If he's going to come to Newcastle, then I think it has to be Champions League if Jude's going to come back. But I think he end up going to United. If anything, he end up going to United. I think that'd be his first choice. He's going to come back to England. But we should wait and see what happens on that. But there's plenty of strikers to go for in the summer. We're the richest club in the world. We'll just have to wait and see. And like I said, there's plenty out there. And you're gonna have to smash it in as well. Like you're gonna have to smash it. But whoever it is, must be better than Chris Wood, because let's be real, I just don't think he's good enough for Newcastle United. So I'm just going to flag those comments as well. I mean, Brian, I've got your message here, but I don't know who this guy is, sort of, who's on about that. So I don't know if I'm going to read that. If you just give us 2 seconds, man. I'm just having a bit of problems at the minute with this. Sorry about this. I don't know who this guy is, sort of thing. So I'm going to miss that one. I'm afraid. I'm sorry. Jonathan David, only 20. That's from Foxy. Does he have a very Marston passport? David's now 22. I don't know how old he was for the first time, but I've got to comment to him in a minute. Get Neymar. I've got to comment to him in a minute, and I have my say on this as well. Can't see, no, I don't want Neymar here. I have my opinions on him in a minute, yeah. I like Jonathan David. I heard he's having a lean spell at the minute. Young and a good prospect with the right coaching. And he's quick, by the way. Super, super quick. And let's look at this one as well. And no Neymar for me ever. Period. End off. That's in Gary Finito. Big up Leeds fans. Listen, John, good result for you yesterday. What a comeback yesterday. You were 2-0 down as well, and you came back and won 3-2. Chris Wolves was down to 10 men. Might have a major bearing of the situation, but hey ho, you won by 3-2. Well done, you. And I think you've been fantastic. I think you might just get yourself over the line with that scoreline. I think Jesse Marsh could do all right for you, you know. And then got then again, how might get something out of Neymar? If he speaks Spanish, that is, by the way. Jonathan Davis decent, but for the price Leo wants, it's a no-brainer to stay away. I think he ended up going to Arsenal anyway. Going to Matty as well. I think it's amazing. We can talk about any players like this. Think back to our last season. I think our fans, we don't act small like Man City and Man United fans. And got one as well. Dave, love you, man. We are not doing capitals, mate, because I'm not going to be reading them out, mate. But I see your point. Stop the oil. Listen, it's a joke. It's an absolute disgrace. I mean, how come it's £1.86, 4 miles away from where I live, right? It's a disgrace, an utter disgrace. Utter disgrace. I mean, joke. And I think we need 2 centre-backs, Burn back up, a top replacement for Shelby, another winger, 1 or 2 quality strikers, and possibly a replacement for Debaka, as can be a bit dodgy. I love Martin Debaka, I really do. But I'm going to do a transfer update at some stage in the week about goalkeepers who we can buy. I want to get players to play out from the back. That's all we need, because I love Martin Debaka, but really, he just cannot play out from the back. Let's be real. I'll just go for this as well. Yeah, but what can I say, man? But going back to Darwin Nunez as well, I mean, would you take him at Newcastle United from Benfica? Around about 60 to 70 million quid would be fantastic. And he's only 22. Like I said, Benfica was the best for the player, and they may just get him. But who else is after him? I believe that, again, Man U want him as well. But let's hope he comes to us there. You just never know. Otherwise, he end up going to Atletico Madrid. If Atletico Madrid goes in for him, he'll go there, because they've got good records of South American players, Atletico Madrid. Yeah, they bought some Uruguayan players in the past, and they got a couple of their playing already. So we move on to some comments. I was just taking a look at the test of the Everton game. Yeah, that's shocking, wasn't it, man? What are your thoughts on Calvert-Lewin, John? In my opinion, I think he'd be off to Arsenal, mate. I think he'd be gone. He'd go to Arsenal. Listen, he's a good prospect, but he gets injured a lot. Listen, he's a decent player. He's a big lad. He's quick. And I think he'd do fantastic at Arsenal if he's going to go there. But that's the rumour has it. I think he'd be off to Arsenal Football Club in the summer. But I wouldn't take him yet. You can have Rafinha from us for a while of cash. I think if he hadn't gone to Germany, mate, he'd probably go to Bayern Munich if he is going to be disappearing at the football club, yeah? But hey ho, I want to bring this one up as well. All right, I'm gonna mention him as well. that, according to the Mail Online, that Newcastle are eyeing up a summer move for Neymar and will battle with Man City and Barca for the PSG star signature, with the Brazilian international disillusioned following last weekend's boos towards him, allowing Messi. So Newcastle United are after Neymar. And guess who reports it? Max Matthews, yeah? In my opinion, right, don't get us wrong, the guy's, is he 30 years old? Yeah, he's 30 years old, right? And he's joined them on PSG since August 2017. Yeah. So he's been to PSG for 5 years, right? And you know, he has scored 92 goals in 136 for the Paris club. Now, the reason I don't want him at Newcastle, because of his attitude, number one, and number two, I mean, sometimes he just doesn't look interested. You know what I mean? All he wants to play for is Brazil. That is it. I think he's a cracking player on his day. And not only that, he cheats a lot as well. He dives a lot as well, which I think is an utter disgrace. Like I said, he's a world-class player, but when it comes to wages as well, my God, he'll command a huge lot of what the wages you're talking about. 800 grand a week? That's a joke. Would not have done that at all whatsoever. Crazy, man. So I stay well away from this guy. I wouldn't have him. Even though he's a world-class player, I wouldn't have him in Newcastle. I would not have him at all. And his attitude is just questionable as well. So I don't think he'll swap in Paris for Newcastle. So we move on that very quickly. Hey, John, static cool here, mate. 11 likes, hit the like button, people. Belotti, on feet, I don't think he'll come to Newcastle. I really don't. And the dream team for next season, for Matty, Henderson and goal, Trips, Botman, he'd be off to Milan, mate. So cross off the list, please. Burn target, Bruno, Jason, ASM, Jonathan David, Darwin Nunez will cost a lot, but we definitely need target. Definitely need target on a permanent deal. Yeah, take him all day long, mate. Take him all day long. He's been playing well. And Neymar, definitely not what we need. You don't need a player who thinks he's better than the club and he is lazy. I wouldn't take him, mate. I'll be disappointed Newcastle went in for him, by the way. I can't see how I wanted a player like Neymar. Definitely not. Neymar would be a disaster. Not just that, Foxy. It'd be a financial disaster because I just don't think he'd be interested in Newcastle. He would not come anywhere near Newcastle United, and he would not come. He would not come. Waste of time. And I don't want to pay him either. Yeah, the guy's 30. He probably asked for a 5-year contract, and he probably fleeces the lot, and he'd probably pick his games. So it is absolutely crazy, man. It's absolutely ridiculous, and just don't care. And let's move swiftly on to this one as well. Go on to Sven Botman. I mean, I keep talking about this guy anyway. Now, according to Talent Reports, galjomercato.com, Botman's chosen to join AC Milan in the summer. Other clubs are interested in him. There's verbal agreement in place over a 5-year contract that he was signed when the Rossoneri strike a deal with Lille. Now, according to the supports, and they're normally true, right? But unfortunately, it's here, but we're going to lose out on this guy. We're going to definitely be losing out on him. And I'll tell you for why, because Botman has chosen history over project. I don't think he'll come to Newcastle because he wants Champions League football. And I wish him all the best. I do wish him all the best. And I just do not want him at my club. If it's going to be like that, do you know what I mean? So it's a shame, but I could take him. But he chooses Milan. If he wants to go to AC Milan, good luck to you, Sven. I hope it goes well for you. But at the end of the day, we only want players also to come to Newcastle and play for the shirt. I don't think how wants to play on massive wages in case it disrupts the dressing room, unless you can do some sort of signing on fee. That's from Gary V. Big up to Niall, all your gear, mate. Fantastic streaming, Racy. Thank you so much there for watching as well. Neymar would destroy any team's financial wage structure. I have to agree with you, Ryan. It's something we just don't need at this time. We don't. Do you know what I mean? Don't need it. Do you think Amir will be gone in the summer? I've got a funny feeling that he will. Excuse me. I've got a funny feeling that he will, because we're going to get better players, new upgrade of the players sort of thing as well. I think he'd probably go off to Spain. Real Betis is one of them as well, Jack. So watch out for that, mate. And the thing is, Miggy, he works so hard, but he just lacks quality. But on Thursday, I thought he was really good. But we need an upgrade. And there's no disrespect for Miggy, but we need someone's going to come in and does it, yeah? It's a hard one for me. It's a very hard one for me. But you got to trust Eddie. We see what Eddie have to say. We'll see. I'll be taking all top players from Russia and Ukraine. That is a good point, by the way. If you want to compete, we have to up the wages. That means not getting Neymar, mate. I do not want Neymar here at all whatsoever. How much would a 20-year-old gasser cost in today's market? England's most skillful player ever. I think it'd be a three-figure sum, mate. So you talk about 100 million plus, because he is that good. And if he was at Newcastle in today's market as well, he'd be staying at Newcastle because we'd be the richest club in the world. And big up to Ryan. He signed a 3-year extension a few months ago, and now there's a report he wants out. Signs a new deal, and he wants out. Doesn't add up, doesn't it? Really doesn't add up. Not thinking about Neymar when I said that, by the way, I know. And if you look at this one as well, you got Teti, Mason, Duro, Wilmer Barrios. I like him, by the way. And Carousel, Marcus Antonio would be great. I think those players, Fox's Venture, are good players. They really, really are. I do like Barrios as well. Is he at St. Petersburg, by the way, people? Could well be. Ultra's documentary just seems sorry for himself the whole time. She never left Barca. I have to agree, mate. He could have been a Barca legend, but he chose the money. And what are your thoughts on Antony from Ajax? I know Ryan wants him, but I'm not sure if you would knock the balance off the team where ASM's playing. I think he's a damn good player. I think he's skillful, lovely left foot. He's an attacking midfielder. I think he'd be destined to be leaving Ajax at the end of the season. So I'll take him. I mean, he's a young player as well, and I think he'd do bits. And I think he'd be challenging ASM and the big if he comes to Newcastle. And then you got Ryan here talking to Truls. There's a limit to what he classes high wages. Neymar likes on 500k a week. I think plus it'd be too much for Pissy to play in the Premier League. I think he'd be scared in the Premier League. And I look forward to the energetic performance of Spurs. That's in 2 weeks' time. So is us, mate. So do us, Truls don't want him. Big up to Ryan again. Hope you're okay, mate. Neymar would behave like Richarlison on the other night. I think it's just what come for the money. Excuse me. And the wage thing is because higher standard players will ask for a higher wage. Neymar, I do not want Newcastle. But I also said it, I was correct. And Casasal joined CSK and Moscow and River before the issue started. The other all young talents of Shakhtar Donetsk. They've got some cracking players, Donetsk, by the way. Shakhtar Donetsk, but I don't know what's going on there. But the players are fleeing, and I just cannot blame them at all whatsoever. And let's look at this one as well. Newcastle, subscribe to my channel, mate. Neymar Nunez. I'm absolutely fine, Ryan, mate. How you doing? Hope you're okay. Just been a good day, actually. I've been working today, and I've been on Mason's channel now. I'm doing this. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a content of Alan Saint-Maximin tomorrow about him being scapegoated. So I'm going to do that content tomorrow. I might even do a phone in for that. So if anyone wants to come and have your say on what's going on at ASM, then you're welcome to. I have my piece on it as well. And it's going to be a cracking show. So hopefully I'm going to do that about, I'll let you know on in the socials what I'm going to do it tomorrow. But keep your eyes peeled for that. And, I've got Truls as well. Me neither. Wash, overrated, and bratty as hell. Big up to Jason, by the way. Hope you're okay, mate. Good luck tonight on your show on what you got to say. That'll be fantastic. It'll be a fantastic show, but keep it clean, by the way. And I'm absolutely fine, Newcastle. Absolutely fine, man. I'm having a good day. And I might have an Indian tonight. I don't know yet, but we should wait and see on that. And indeed, Ryan, but I guess you agree you have to up our wage a bit to get these players we need in the summer if you stay up. And everyone's bigging up Jason as well. Guys, if you like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button and smash the subscribe button as well. And it helps the channel to grow. and helps with the community as well. And also, if you'd like to become a member, please click on the dollar join button, on my page. And also, if you'd like to donate, you super chat, just keep what you can, and couple quid, whatever you think, mate, whatever it helps you out, mate. So that'd be so much appreciated, by the way. And here to you, Truls. FNC Truls is never clean. Got some more comments flying through the roof as well. What about Isco from Madrid? He's not getting games. I think maybe his age could be an issue. I take Isco all day long, mate. I think he's a fantastic player. Then I've got Foxy as well. I signed Jonathan David and loaned him out to Torino, so Canadian team wins the MLS. That's fair enough. And I have put my scouting glasses during the international break with Con South and Common Bowl qualifying games these 2 weeks. Good luck to you, Ryan. You could be our scouting team as well. You and Foxy be a fantastic scouting team. Yes, I'm fine, mate. I'm absolutely cool, mate. And let's have a look at this one. Choose question 100%, mate. Like I said, I think we've got some players coming through. I think we'd be absolutely fine, but we've got to stay up. And if we stay up, then it'll be absolutely brilliant, and things will be better. Just going to look at this one as well. For our transfers as well. And let's have a look at this one as well, peeps. I just think as well that we've got players going out. Which players should go in the season? End of season, I say Miggy's name's on that list. Kieran Clark, Cardalo, Dwight Gale, Isaac Hayden, Emma Kraft, and Jamal Lewis. Those players need to be gone. They need to be gone in the summer. I'm sorry to say it. But as much as I love Miguel Almiron, I mean, if he stays as a squad player, cool. But the rest of them, I just don't think they're good enough for Newcastle United. We need an upgrade. 110%. And if you can get an upgrade in the summer and replace these players like they haven't been good enough over the years, that would be fantastic. There are some players on there. He's been on quite a while. People like Kieran Clark, people like Emma Kraft, people like Isaac Hayden, Dwight Gale, Cardalo, and they may as well just go. Get rid. This is not good enough. Jamal Lewis is thinking about his future now because he's just not on the team at all. He's not even the 25. I think he'd be gone in the summer anyway. Sad to say. But, hey ho, we have to wait and see. But Emma Kraft, we need to get him gone straight away because it's just simply not good enough for Newcastle United. Never have been, never will be. And I know people gas him up saying, he's done fantastic, he's done well. But I tell you what, he's been awful. He's been really awful. He had an awful game on Thursday. I can't lie. I mean, I don't want to be flipping. And flopping all the time with this guy. He ain't good enough. He's not. And let's have a look at this one. We'll be linked to 24-year-old French midfielder Ludovic Blas, who plays for Nantes. Yes, I heard of this guy. He's a good player. He's quick. He's skillful. But we was after him in January, by the way. But we just didn't follow it up at all whatsoever. Could be paper talk, Mate, I'm not going to read... I know it's Indonesian, mate, but I can't understand. I can't speak Indonesian, but I get what you mean. I think it's a bit sad that Lewis never really got a chance. Listen, I think it'll be fine. I think Jamal Lewis, whether Eddie Howe fancies him, that's another thing. But if Target signs, I think he's done. I think he's finished at the club. Then you got Christian Everson who will be free in the summer. I think he'll stay at Benfica, mate. Big up to you, Ruby, mate. Hope you're okay. And as for Jackie B, Man United in the mud, John, also win feels significant at this stage. 4 points ahead, I believe, as well, for the rest of the top four. Fourth place. I think this got plenty of twists and turns yet. It's just not over yet. But they got to play Chelsea as well. They got to play Spurs soon. I think Spurs is the next. Palace is next game, then Spurs. Win those games, I think Arsenal's done it. And they beat United at home. Then hey ho, I think they'll be done. And I feel bad for Lewis. Never got a proper chance. That's Ryan. And we'd love to sign Carlos Acevedo from Santos Laguna for Mexico. Same club as Santiago Munoz, goalkeeper. Every game he's getting man of the match. If he gets around a match every week, then his defence must be very, very poor. And Kraft was very solid against Everton. He was at least our problems, mate. Listen, I thought I gave him a 4 the other day, and the player ratings, it's passing straight off. Anthony Gordon had him on roast for Sunday dinner at some stage, He even got booked for it as well, mate, I'm not a fan of Emil Kraft. If you want to go for titles and qualify for Europe and get in the top 4 in the future, Emil Kraft cannot be in that team. He cannot in that roster. He cannot. Sorry, not good enough. Miguel has been a great servant and served for the club. It's time to sack. Good luck and farewell. That's from Miggy. He's to run with a game in hand. That's done with Arsenal. I got Sky B as well. Patrick Schick, Osimhen, I spoke about, or Darwin for me. I like Patrick Schick. I mean, he's having a good season at Leverkusen. Is he at Leverkusen? Yeah, he is. But he is a good player, and he's got his career back on track since he left Roma. And he's doing well. He's doing fantastic. But Bayern Leverkusen won 50 million quid. I'd take Diaby as well, by the way, Musa Diaby as well. And will we take a Rashford? I know he's had a shocking season. I think he might just be the man might be the man who shambles. You shambles? Maybe he can get his head back up here. Luke, I wouldn't have him, mate. I would not have him at all. No way. Absolutely no chance. No chance. Sorry, but no chance. That's my opinion. But next season, Mancuso, Trippier out right back and target Lewis at left back. I'm sure most will agree and say that we're happy with that. That's a good point, mate. That's a really good point because that's competition. You know what I mean? Trippier be the first choice right back. Mancuso's a backup. Target be the first choice left back with Jamal as a backup as well. I think that's a good shout. That's a really good shout, But who's after Jamal Lewis? No one. We got to Jason again. I can understand why he's moved on. With Norwich and Watford, looks like they're going. Would you look at any other 3 players to bring in on the cheap? I tell you what, Manuel Dennis and Sarr are fantastic for Watford. I think they do well at Newcastle, 110%. I like that guy Kuka in the midfield as well, but he gets put about 15 times a season. I watch his progress when he used to play for Milan and Parma. I think he's a decent midfielder. I really do. And as for Norwich, I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure. I'd take him from Norwich, to be fair. Pookie maybe, so it's a backup. And would you be satisfied if you sold ASM for 30 million quid? It'd be worth more than 30 million, mate. But I'm going to talk about him tomorrow, by the way, on my content, because it's been scapegoated by most fans as well. So I'll be talking about that tomorrow, mate. But would I sell him? He's our game changer. But at the end of the day, I still keep him. I still keep him. But I'm not going to be slating him, mate. There's no way. And Everton tried to spoil the game like Atletico did the other night. That was always the worry. We can draw into that. I thought Everton were poor. I can't lie. They were poor. But we was just as bad as well because you didn't take the chance which came. And Ryan, I'll be happy with that. I would like a more class centre-back at the back. Possibly a top goalkeeper too. Big up to you, David. I'll be okay, mate. Get Nunez. And then we've got... Also, Felix Torres and Santos Laguna centre-back, if you get the chance, watch him play for Ecuador these next qualifying matches. I'll be in bed, mate. Can he slay Chris Wood instead? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Yeah, he ain't good enough. Not good enough for Newcastle United. You should never sign in the first place. And that's what happens, doesn't it? That's what happens. You know who you're going to get. And it's just not been good enough for Newcastle United. He is absolutely poor. And the sooner people realise this, the better. You know what I mean? Everyone's got an opinion. And then I've got definitely win to NSM. He can win us a game on his own. That's a fair shot. That's a good tweet there. Good message there. It's wrong to blame ASM. Get behind him and lift him back to where he belongs. He needs backing. He needs support. Not slated. Do you know what I mean? But as players like Chris Wood ain't good enough for my football team. He is not. And if you're going to be the richest club in the world, if you want to be playing competitions, big ones like European competition, challenging for top 4, Chris Wood, I'm sorry, isn't the answer. He's not the answer at all whatsoever. And I've got Fox. Chris Wood is a hero in New Zealand, but he's not a hero for Newcastle, mate. That is the thing. He ain't good enough for me. Swap Wood for Pookie. I take Pookie all day long. Pookie knows how to score goals, and his movement is outstanding as well. I think he'd do brilliant for Newcastle if Pookie came. But this is the thing, right? I mean, Newcastle has some great strikers over the years, right? But Chris Wood, right? Let's be real. I just don't think he's good enough. And our fan base of late has been absolutely shocking, right? I think Ryan could back us up for that as well. But honestly, man, I mean, we know a striker if they're not good enough, right? I mean, when we've got Chris Wood, right, everyone's saying, yeah, but he's got Premier League experience, yeah? But how many goals has he scored? People say he scored 10, he scored 12, he scored 10, scored 12, yeah? That ain't good enough. But the thing is, right, I mean, I don't really watch the arguments. I don't want our channel or on social media to end up like AFTV. I don't want it to happen, yeah? But at the minute, it's going to happen. You get fans telling us to shut up. You get fans telling us to F off, yeah? And that's wrong. I could have tweeted that message the other day and embarrassed her, do you know what I mean? But hey ho. At the end of the day, let's be real. Just have an opinion. Have an opinion. Stick to your opinions, yeah? Don't let these people walk over you. Just don't. Don't let them win neither. But anyway, ASM on Instagram. People forget quickly, but I know what to do to restore their memory. That is exactly what he said, mate. That's exactly what he said. Darwin Nunez, Anthony Botman. Botman will not come to Newcastle. He's going to AC Milan, mate. That's a done deal. Been a lot arguing on Twitter again over ASM. Gareth's seen it, mate. I've seen it. I'll have me seeing it tomorrow. So please keep your eyes peeled for that, because I want you to come on and have to. I'm doing a phone in tomorrow or a fan cam on ASM, so you can have your say. If you've got anything to say, I'm sure Ryan will be in the cut. I'm sure if you obviously be in the court as well, then I'm going to put the link on it as well, and then you can have your say. I think we'll go for better players than Pookie, or I really hope so. Yep, I think you're right there, mate. I think he's better than Wood anyway. Really got a better deal with Vegos. Don't mention Vegos in front of Ryan, because he'll probably say, look, don't do that. But Charleston is a disgrace, and Alan's a little mug. Gordon's known as well. Well, let's be real. I mean, I like Alan when he was at Napoli, but he hasn't really done it much, has he, at Everton? That's the thing. But Johnson's a cheat. And Gordon is going to be a quality player in the years to come. And Ryan's right. Fans have short memories, and who knows where we'd be without him. Yeah, that's true. The thing is, right, ASM, he got knocked off the ball, yeah, and people's putting the blame on him, yeah. I said that as well. And when I look back on it, I think that's wrong. Do you know what I mean? ASM has done good things in Newcastle, yeah. He can produce something out of the hat. But I'm not going to scapegoat him, yeah? But there's other players, such as Chris Wood, ain't good enough. I mean, let's be honest. Does ASM really want to play with Chris Wood? Does he really think Chris Wood is a quality player? He doesn't think so. Not at all. I'll go out as well. Chris Wood's literally a wood in a box of mobility. Deadwood, more like Deadwood. Botman isn't worth the price we had to pay. Definitely not. I mean, 30 million euros, that's what Lille wants. And Chris Wood Ballon d'Or, it should be out the door. It should be out of the door, man. And heard anything on Ginter and Carrasco? Ginter is out of contract at the end of the season, David, and I don't know where his next destination is going to be. But as for Carrasco, Atletico Madrid is not going to sell him. But we'll see. But we definitely need two strikers through the roster as well. Excuse me. And watch ASM next game. The skin players have an awesome game. And those fans will be like ASM specimens in sliced bread. Football fans' memories are very short. Matty, I agree with you. I mean, some of our football fan base, our fan base just flips and flops every single time. Do you know what I mean? They big them up, right? And then they shut them down again. Yeah. ASM, when he's fit, is just so excited. So excited. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's so exciting. And he could do things. But sometimes I have to speak the truth when you don't deliver. But at the end of the day, it's like Messi also, yeah? Sometimes he performs, sometimes he doesn't perform, yeah? I mean, ASM, I don't expect him to have a wow game every single week. I really don't. But it's honestly sure, that's absolutely fantastic. When you have two players on him all the time, he gets no support. Simple as that. But at the time, on his day, I think he's absolutely awesome. When he's fit, we've seen the very best at ASM. And let's hope we get behind this guy. Let him do all his stuff. Let him do his stuff, and he'll be fine. And back up to Ryan again. I saw a comment on this post too. It was spot on, John. Someone said, we lose as a team, not because of any individual players United. That is very, 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 very true. Very true. I don't like this end of now what? That's your choice, Andrew, mate. That's your choice. That's true, John. And Dan would be a better job to get Pookie as well. I think we would have reached Norwich anyway, but hey ho. That was Everton's plan. Just stop the floor, dive, cheat, and do anything not to lose. And they succeeded. SM would be creating more chances if he had Wilson up top. Those two play well with each other. Yeah, I agree with you, Ryan. I agree with you. Badly missing Callum Wilson, by the way. Badly missing him. Absolutely badly missing him as well. And Wood is awful. Probably a very nice guy, but I want better for Newcastle. That's an Andrew. I'm with you, mate. I really hope Wood can go on and score 4 more goals this season, but next season we'll only see him in cup games. That's his place. And ASM cook Emerson Royale, more like Chicken Royale. I don't think he's that good. I call him Chicken Royale because you know why? He ain't that good. Let's be real. I listen to Real Tottenham TV and they just do not rate him at all whatsoever. Yeah? Check out their content. Spurs fans, really good. And Pookie, are you kidding? I'm just saying he's better than Wood. Yeah? And big up to Foxy again. Wood is better than Goodvatch and Andres Anderson. Yeah, you got it. Wow. And when ASM fit, he is Mr. Box Office. Yes, we got to get behind him. We got to get behind the guy. Do you know what I mean? Because he can do things. You know what I mean? And at least ASM has their own product. He dribbles past players when he runs into more players. At the end of the day, if he works on that, he'll be fine. But listen, at the end of the day, that's his game. He probably needs more training, but when he's on it, he's on it. We have a lot more threats with Wilson. ASM works well with him, and I think Bruno would play him some fantastic ball throughs with his runs. Yeah, that'll be a feature to IKEA. Hopefully next season. He scored 5-6 goals this season and assists as well. And in my opinion, that's an Andrew Wilson worry. Wilson will always be in and out injured. He's just one of those players we need to plan ahead. As the 4 problems not solved in January. Wood, not for me. Definitely not for me. I'm sorry, but he ain't good enough. It's Wood jumping that or wrong, gets no power on headers. He has got a first touch. His first touch, man, is just an absolute wrong. It's a wrong. First touch is a wrong, man. When he heads it back, there's no one there. And that chance he had, especially in the second half, that should have been in the back of the net. But no, he missed it yet again. What's the news on Wilson? Is he coming back? I believe he's come back in April when he faces Norwich City. That's what he's hoping for. And everyone has the right to have their own opinion. If you don't like it, just accept it and move on. For example, I can't stand Chris Wood. He's such a waste of money and a panic buy. I want him sold now already. That's my opinion. You sit your opinion, Jay. You're absolutely on the money. You're right. And if Wilson is younger and didn't have these injuries so often, they could potentially be a duo like Son and Kane. I tell you what, you're absolutely right there, Ryan. I mean, look, Harry Kane and Heung-min Son are absolutely brilliant, absolutely fantastic together. Yeah, Chris Wood, I'm sorry, he's got no chance of getting with these two. Nice to see you, Liam. Hope you're okay, my guy. I hope you're having a fantastic day with your wife and kids and whatever in the sunshine. I hope you're having a fantastic time. Yeah, I've been working today, been on Macy's stream this afternoon, and now I'm here. I'm here, people. So, yeah, welcome aboard, Liam. I'll be doing a big content tomorrow at ASM, so watch us for that and have your say as well. Spot on for me. Thank you very much, Jetstar. Oh, Wood's only desperate to buy under your ownership. In my opinion, I'll look at it now. I have to let it go. It was a desperate signing. That's a desperate signing because you needed someone there quickly. You know what I mean? I don't mean negative, but that's true. Yeah, he ain't good enough. Wood is better than Riviere. Oh, I mean, Riviere's that class. He plays for Cordone, Italian football. Sums it up, really, doesn't it? It really is. 4 weeks before you can see a possible sub-appearance from Wilson. And Andrew, exactly, Jason, paid off for sarky remarks and Starver for a small group, but just because I have an opinion, I just want and expect better for Newcastle. That's absolutely true. Someone, right, somebody named of Chloe, right, told us to shut up, right? in my opinion. And I could have just retweet like a name and shame, and I would have just put on there, and this is why our fan base gets so toxic with comments like that. She's very lucky. Very lucky. But I tell you what, Macy saw it as well. And Macy gave her what for as well, I believe. I want to see girl giving a shot. I'm sure Jason echo me, but I know we get blasted. Listen, you just tell it how it is, mate. You got an opinion, you say your opinion. I've got Jackie B as well, by the way. King Callum will return. We see piercing behind and problems to defenders. You will also see him get across defenders, batting the wood from deliveries, aggressive and predatory in the box. Let's be real. We could have done with Callum Wilson. If Callum Wilson was playing on Thursday, let's be real, we would have won that game. We would have won that game. We would have made light work of Everton Football Club. Yeah, Everton are poor. I spoke to a lass called Kelly yesterday, and we spoke about Everton as well and what's going on. And we had a good banter, a good chat sort of thing. Yeah, and she said that don't worry, Newcastle will be fine. We'll be fine. So big up to Kelly on that, and also for Mayor Bond as well. She DMs us as well. She's a fantastic lass. Get her followed as well. And definitely right. I had my head ripped off for wanting to have girls started some games. Listen, just block them, mate. Absolutely block them. If they give you grief, block them. Should look at Andy Counts and the girl. Carl's limited, but he does a certain job. But he's also injury prone as well, mate. That is the thing. We need someone who's going to be fit every single week. And I'm afraid to say that he wasn't fit every single week. But it's getting back to form now with West Brom. So big up to Andy, by the way. I hope he does well. I really do. Bruno and Wilson together is exciting. I'll tell you what, that'd be brilliant. That'd be absolutely fantastic. I mean, next season's going to be a huge, huge summer for Newcastle. Big up to you, Andrew, again. Hate to say it, but I think we need Girl at the minute. How much blame, if any, should Howard take for the loss at Everton? I think I love Eddie Howe. I really, really do. He got the formation right, but he should never took out Miggy. Never took Miggy off, by the way. He was playing really well. And that's the bottom line. So I would take off Wood, brought on ASM, and play Miggy as a 10 role, as a false 9. As a false 9. Reckon and Ekitike will be approached again in the summer, but unfortunately be off to be a replacement for Mbappe. That's my opinion. And let's go for this as well. I'll give Girl a go, but I want him to maybe get last 30 minutes for a game or first 2. He's fit, but not to play for so long. That is the thing. I think he needs to play a couple of under 23 games and then come back to us. Do you know what I mean? I don't give our fan base more about Girl when we yet to see him play under house coaching. That's from Jason. And Dwight Gale scored against the top teams. Yeah, he might get bullied, but he is a goal-scoring chance, and then he bursts it. If Botman is done, who would you look at? I don't know, think. For me personally, I would have gone for Tomori for AC Milan. I'd take him because he's going to come in, and there are some defenders out there. They've got some quality defenders out there. I mean, Fabian Schär and Dan Burns should be the future partners. I think Jamal Lascelles will be done in the summer. Definitely be done in the summer, 110%. But again, we see what happens on that. But they definitely need a defender. Everyone does score. But I don't think Eddie Howe will want a big squad. He probably want about 4 or 5 players in the summer, and that's about it. It definitely keep John Joe Shelby. It definitely keep Fabian Schär, Sean Longstaff. But the rest of them aren't good enough. They have to go. And big up to Mark, my guy. You'll be okay. Let's keep the faith. Keep staying up. We're staying up. I hope we do, Mark. I hope we do. Probably another win or 2, and we'll be absolutely fine. We got the 3 home games straight coming up very, very soon. So we win 2 of those games, I think we'll be fine. And Dwight Gale's fantastic, and championship forward. That's the thing. All good, matey. Getting ready to hit the tune for the wife's birthday. Good vibes. Unpopular opinion, that can't be the only person that was, say, Patrick Schick in a tune shirt. Listen, I think he's a decent player. He is a decent player. He holds the ball up. He's strong. He's getting better. He is getting better now. because playing the Bundesliga, that's toughen them up, by the way. Slight, but it's toughen them up. I think it'd be making waves if he came to Newcastle, and I think he'd be absolutely fantastic. So, listen, Liam, that's a good shout, mate. That's a really good shout. It's better than Wood. And can I blame Eddie for the loss? It was just a good play late in the game, and our players were hanging out. It's fair enough, but you take off Miggy, who's playing well, then what can you do? I wouldn't go for Carlos in the summer. I think you should look for someone a little younger and longer term. That's in Gary. That's a good shout. It's been Howard's decision to stick with Wood and Kraft. That's the thing. He should have played with Manquillo. Yeah, drop Wood and play Miguel in number 10, number 9, sorry, false 9. And we seem to be looking for getting Jason Denayer on a free. I think he'd be a good signing. He has got his own career back on track with Lyon. If you actually think about it, if we had to sort out the strike options in January, we would have the best. We would have beat Chelsea and Everton. Quite possibly. Belenkovic, perfect centre back for us, and Bremer for Torino. That's a good shout there. I think those two are decent defenders. Belenkovic plays for Fiorentina. He'll command about 40 million quid. And Bremer will probably command about 20 million for Torino. I think those two defenders are absolutely solid. Fantastic. One 6'5", the other 6'2". Back to Munoz, he come in any worse than Chris the static work. Yeah. That is the thing. That's a fair shoot. Miggy was good. He was good. He worked hard. He worked hard for the team. I thought he was decent. Yeah, until he got taken off. Munoz isn't a centre forward. That's some foxy as well. I'm going to give another 5 more minutes, people. I'm going to wrap up. I tell you what I've got on Sunday, tomorrow. I think I'll probably be back 3 or 4 o'clock. I'm going to do a phone-in show with ASM being scapegoated. I want you to tell me what needs to be done, number 1. Number 2, does he deserve to be scapegoated? For me, I don't think he does. I think he's having a hard time with Newcastle fans in a minute, and I just think something needs to happen very soon. So just lay off him. Tell us what you think, what needs to happen, and see what happens on that. And I'm just going to go for any more transfers as well. I take off Darwin Nunez off now. I don't need them anymore. But according to what Jason said earlier on about Ludovic Biaz, lads as well from Nantes, he scored 12 goals and a further 2 assists this season, 31 games. He's been linked with Newcastle United. And apparently, he looks a bit like Mo Salah, but bigger than Mo Salah, by the way. And he's quick, he's skillful, and he is a decent player by the sound. So yeah, I haven't watched this guy play at all whatsoever. But hey ho. But we'll see. Got some more comments coming through, by the way. And thanks a lot for that, Jules. We appreciate that, mate. In my opinion, I think you can stick with Fiesa for another season on the right. I mean, I'll keep him for another season, mate. I think Miggy played well. You could see on his face he wasn't too pleased being sober. I totally agree. He had a good game. He played all right. Rudiger would be a dream. Perhaps Denayer on a free. That's a good statement there. I don't think Rudiger come to Newcastle United. He will not. The thing of word that he needs a striker near him to play off Flash and Liam. Fair dues. Middle style players very similar to Grealish. Of course, not the same levels. Long way to go before he can reach Jack Grealish. I think people don't see what he does off the ball. He draws players in because of dominance in the air. His biggest problem is that every second touch is a tackle. I agree. And what's your number 1 target, mate? A striker. And that striker will either be Osimhen or Darwin Nunez, one of the two. We definitely need a striker in. Big time. Another good Joe Jonah, the absolute legend. Thank you, Matty D. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, mate. Appreciate that. And if you buy a quality winger in the summer, I feel could be the end of Fiesa or Murphy. If that'd be the end of Murphy, I'd keep Fiesa as a backup, but Jake and Murphy, it's done. It's done. Absolutely done at Newcastle. We'd take Rashford, like I said earlier on, dude. I wouldn't, mate. I just wouldn't. He's on 250k a week. And not only that, I just wouldn't have him. I wouldn't have him at all. Yeah. Rudy should never be mentioned for Newcastle. A couple of levels away from signing a player like him. He goes to that elite. And that is Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Juve, PSG, or even Man United or Liverpool. ASM needs to accept the criticism. No player is perfect. The fans love him, but it doesn't make him humane to criticism. When a fan spots something's wrong, he should want to better his game. That's a fair point. Fair comment, and big up to Dave as well. Yeah, no problem still. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up there because I've got things to do. But if you do like the video, like you see, then please smash the like button and hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so. And if you'd like to become a member, then click on the join button as well. I haven't got enough members yet. I'm about a couple away from 50, nearly half a century, by the way. And if you'd like to super chat us, then just click on the join the $sign and just give what you can. And it's crazy how our transfer target has went from nobodies in lower leagues to Osimhen. I still can't get used to it. Oh no, it's just a shock, isn't it, Liam? It's a shock. I mean, if you said that on Ashley, you would have got laughed out of town. I certainly would have laughed out of tune. But hey ho. But it's looking good at the minute. And big up to Callum, by the way. Hope you're okay, Callum. Subscribe to my channel, Callum, if you can. I take a prime Brazilian Ronaldo as our striker. Yes. Totally agree, mate. Totally agree. But guys, I got to wrap up there. I told you my socials there. The socials in the description as well. So please do what you guys have to do. And I should be back tomorrow at probably about 4 o'clock to talk about ASM. So that gives you plenty of time, give it a bit of a chance to come on and have your say. And then hopefully we can sort things out. But guys, thanks for watching. And let's go with Liam again. Actually, offered a Twix and a $5 for Osimhen. Wow. Brilliant, man. Love it. But guys, you have a good evening, man. And enjoy what you got to do. And I should speak to you tomorrow. And we're going to talk about Alan Saint-Maximin and what needs to happen. Until then, people.